Hi everybody, this is Big Luca from Dubai. I am one of the highest paid online marketing consultants in the world. The combined revenue generated by my students and clients is well over the few hundreds millions of dollars. So today I would like to tell you the one thing that you need to understand about online marketing, and the way I want to explain this to you is by teaching you strategy versus actions and process versus steps. So what a lot of people really, and I mean really, do not understand about online marketing and marketing in general is that marketing is really concerned with this strategy, okay? It is a process, it is not a step, and it is not a single action. So let me give you a few examples of this. Let's suppose you want to make money online, because everybody starts out, and I mean everybody, by typing on Google how to make money online, and there is nothing wrong about that. I started out by typing that sentence as well, and they get involved maybe with affiliate marketing, Kindle publishing, but sooner or later they stumble upon selling info products, which I believe is a step up compared to, for example, selling on Amazon, because you have control of your asset, which is very, very important if you want to have a real company and a real business. You cannot be at the mercy of Amazon or affiliate platforms in which you don't control the product, you don't control anything, you just control the traffic, and then you get 50%. So basically, they're basically doing lead generation at your expense. But this will be for another video. So online marketing is really strategy, and strategy is concerned with seeing the big picture. So a lot of people, they get involved, maybe they do some Facebook ads, they have a funnel, maybe a pre-made, pre-packaged funnel, which is proven to work, okay? And they have a decent offer, okay? They do their due diligence and they start making some money, right? And they really become convinced, first of all, to have a business, and that is not true. If you have one product and if you don't have a staff, you don't have a company. So a company is an organized entity that works whether you're there or not, and monetizes a market, and the action of monetizing a market is called marketing, all right? So nothing new here. They really start to believe that their funnel is their marketing, right? Or that Facebook ads is the marketing. You will find all sorts of people telling you that Facebook ads is Facebook marketing, for example. They really create a lot of confusion because it's not, right? There is a reason it's called Facebook ads, for example, because it's advertisement or advertisement, all right? It is one component of the big marketing strategy you should have in order to monetize your market. Some people will say I'm doing email marketing, and that's the way I monetize things. Now, email marketing is a component, right, of your strategy. It is an action, right? It is a step, and you never want to mistake the steps and the things you're doing with the overall strategy. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you go to war and you have to shoot the enemy, and you shoot the enemy with a rifle. That's okay, you know how to kill the enemy with a rifle. Now, let me ask you a few questions. Should you go to war? Why are you going there? And are you going there with a team or alone? What is the public PR about this operation? Is that a covert operation? Is that undercover? Is that public? Are they saying on TV that there is more men involved, so the enemy gets scared? Or they're telling everybody that just a small team has been deployed, but it's actually more, and so the enemy is taken by surprise? What are the political implications of that? Why are we doing this? Is a rifle the right thing? Why not a gun? Why not two? Right, this is strategy, okay? So it's not a single operation that people usually analyze, but it's the big picture. And until you don't get the big picture, you will never succeed in business, right? Because you will maybe be able to sell a product. Now that's very important, okay? I understand. Now, then you stop selling. You don't know why, because you thought you knew it, but you didn't. Maybe it was just lucky, right? How do you actually monetize? What does the market want? What is the psychology of people? Why do we sell this product and not something else? Why do we sell 3 products? Shall we have 10 products, and why? What's the correct price point? Is there a price point for your market, right? How much money do you want to make, and how much money can the market give you, for example? A lot of people don't know that. They believe their companies, they can scale it to the moon, as the crypto enthusiasts say, but it's not true, right? So the big picture, and the reason, for example, I'm able to make a lot of people in a lot of niches a lot of money is that I know the strategy. right? I actually don't deal with the technical part. Yours truly, I haven't opened a business manager or I haven't made a funnel technically wise. in possibly 4 years, right? My mentor Dan Kennedy, with whom I have courses, this is called the Kennedy Protocol, for example. We made courses together. He doesn't know how to turn on a computer, and all the online marketers go consult with him. Why? Because once you know the marketing strategy, you're able to give people advice despite the technicalities or not. You actually don't need it. Usually people that are very good with the technical part are not great entrepreneurs and business people, because you become so concerned and so focused on the tool, and you mistake the tools with the overarching and overall strategy. Like literally, why? For example, let's suppose you have a webinar, right? And you're selling a product, an info product. Okay. Why do you have it? Why? No, I mean seriously, why do you have it? Well, everybody else has it. Here we go. You don't know what the hell you're doing, right? Now, I'm not saying that webinars are wrong. What I mean is that webinars should be put in an overarching and overall strategy that includes in with facts. You say, well, okay, a webinar is the top solution to do this little action. Okay, it is not evergreen webinars, whatever that means, are the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? Or I should put my course at $2,000. Why? The mathematical explanation for this. Oh well, everybody's selling for $2,000. Well, that's possibly a choice. Actually a very good reason not to do it. What is the strategy? Okay, what are we doing here? There is psychological knowledge you need to have, all right? Behavioral psychology, especially. You need to know how to sell. You need to know what people want. You need to understand how to sell it to them, how to present it to them. You need to know how to modify that with different people. This is why it's so important to have a sales team with real people, because different people have different personalities, and despite there are principles, okay? So for example, scarcity drives behavior, okay? So if you say there is fewer chairs than the available, for the bats present, or there are less chairs, every single chair becomes more valuable. But, that does nothing to suggest you what tool you should use to, quote unquote, convince customers to sit down, okay? So the main reason people don't make money, and the most important thing to understand, is the strategy concept. And unfortunately, you will not learn strategy by copying other people. As a matter of fact, it's the way for destruction. And the reason is that you don't know why, how, and when doing stuff. So for example, if you copy the marketing strategy, given that there is of course a public phase to every coherent and intelligent marketing strategy, and then there are things that you don't see because they happen on the back end, so you can't really copy businesses, by the way. But we may be wrong. We may run a campaign just to make you see the campaign, so you copy it and you burn your budget, whereas we can do it because we have 10 products on the back end. We can compensate for the money we're losing, but you don't have them, but you don't know it, right? And especially when things stop working, which they will. There's this thing of evergreen funnels, and people really need to understand this. Everything has a beginning and an end. A product is not infinite, right? It's finite. A funnel, all right, so a sequence of pages and offers that opens automatically and drive the customer from an educational phase, as we call it, to the sale phase. They will get tired, right? The funnel will get tired and stop working. Now, there have been funnels that have worked for years, but then the market shifts, and the entrepreneur, or the info marketer, which there is difference between the two, doesn't know what to do. This is especially important right now in the market for people that believe that having an evergreen webinar would sell from 10 products for $2,000 forever. This was true in the European market, for example. You have tens of students that have literally become cash multimillionaires. So anytime, by the way, I say millionaire or multimillionaires, I mean cash in the bank. I know you're used to people saying, well, he's a millionaire, but that just means that his turnover is $1 million, and it's very different For example, I'm a cash multi-millionaire. That means that in my bank account there is multiple millions. I'm not going to specify how many, okay? Or I can just say millionaire, that includes, even multi-millions. Let's not get hung up with definitions, but they have made millions of dollars and they've saved millions of dollars, especially because they're here in Dubai. They don't pay any taxes. With one funnel, one product launch formula or something. And now their sales are down 75%. They cannot understand why. Some of them still consult with me, so they brought their business back up. But things will stop working because steps and tools are just tools, okay? And you need to know how and when to deploy it. This is something that, for example, really pisses me off. So people, for example, let's talk about tools. So you can see my book right here, which you cannot buy because we have not translated this yet. This is called Big Luca Without Shame: How I Collapsed at 12 years old with psycho drugs and became a millionaire at 25, right? So this is my book, which again you cannot buy. This is just for example purposes. So people say, should I write a book? This is a incomplete question. But what the hell does that mean? What is your situation? It's like saying, should I create a trust? Well, maybe, but how much money do you have? What is are you in a dangerous profession? Do you really need a truster, right? Trust, I don't know whether you know what that is, you can Google it. Should I create a holding company? Should I write a will? Well, is a will right or not? Is a trust right? Is this book right or not? It depends on your overall situation. For example, I do not advise to write a book as a start. I absolutely don't advise. It's too long. You cannot monetize it, right? You can monetize it on the back end, which you don't have when you're starting out. You get too proud for your own good because there is a lot of ego around the book, right? So there's a lot of emotional energy you should not be burning around the book. You should be burning around building another business. Let's suppose we're talking about information. Of course, there is people that are not in the information space and they do very well with our strategies. But it is very important to understand this. So anytime you hear somebody talk about online marketing and they want to give you a prepackaged solution, that could be okay if you deployed in a overall strategy. Okay, so strategy versus actions and process versus steps, and you will not escape this. Okay, so people try to hack it and circumvent it, right? And say, Big Luca, stop blathering, give me the funnel. If you're thinking that, you haven't got the video, right? There isn't one, right? What's the most highest converting funnel? It depends for what product, in what niche. There is systems and prices and strategies and tactics, which by the way is not the same thing, that work very well in certain markets and they do very sucky in other markets. There is strategies that work very well with young people and you cannot do it with old people. For example, online marketing, if you're going after 60 years old and up, is very hard. So you should integrate it with offline marketing, okay? And you should know this thing. So that's it for this video. Give me a thumb up and do all the crazy thing to stimulate the YouTube algorithm. Go check out our website, buy our courses, jump on the phone and speak to one of my sales representatives and sales people, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.